Hello everyone. I hope all of you are doing good. So today you're going to test yourself and see if you can answer all these questions from Julius Caesar Act 1 and Act 2. If you're able to answer all questions, then it is well assured that you are really ready for the examination and you're thorough with these two acts. I would recommend you to write the answers down because many a times we think we know the answer, but only when we start writing do we realize that we are actually unable to answer them. So now I'm going to read each question down, and after I read the question, you can pause the video and write the answers. And once we are done with all the questions, I'm going to discuss each question. So let's begin. The first question. To what does Cassius respond? I know where I will wear this dagger then. Cassius from bondage will deliver Cassius. Therein, ye gods, you make the weak most strong. So what does Cassius hear that makes him reply like this? Okay, I hope you have written the answer. Let's move to the second. Who says the following? Hence, home, you idle creatures, get you home. Is this a holiday? Third, who does Cassius ask to throw letters into Brutus's house? Fourth, why does Marullus say, you blocks, you stones, you worse than senseless things? Oh, you hard hearts, you cruel men of Rome. Moving to the fifth, the lowliness is young ambition's ladder, where to the climber upwards turns his face. But when he once attains the utmost round, what does Brutus say will happen when Caesar climbs the ladder and attains the utmost round? Sixth, Casca says, I have seen tempest when the scolding winds have rived the naughty oaks, and I have seen the ambitious ocean swell and rage and foam, to be exalted with the threatening cloud. But what has Casca never seen or gone through till now? So he says, I have seen all of this, but there is something that he has never gone through or seen. So you have to write what is that. Seventh. And what does Casca say would be the reason for the never seen event which is mentioned in the sixth answer? What does he say is happening or why is it happening? Eighth one. Why does Flavius say that Caesar's growing feathers must be plucked down from Caesar's wings? Moving to the ninth one. Why does Caesar ask Antony to touch Calpurnia during the race? I hope you're writing your answers down. 10th one. How does Caesar react when the soothsayer warns him about the Ides of March? 11th one. Who says the following lines to whom? You were too stubborn and too strange a hand over your friend that loves you. Twelfth one. Through the incidents of Caesar crying for help in the river Tiber, his incident of fever in Spain, and comparing Caesar to Colossus and them being petty men, what is Cassius trying to prove to Brutus by mentioning all these incidents? 13th one. What was the reason why Caesar had an angry spot on his brow and all the others looked like chidden train? Calpurnia's cheek was pale and Cicero's eyes were red. 14th one. What reasons does Caesar give about Cassius and calls him dangerous and a person to be avoided? I can give you the instance. Caesar is talking to Mark Antony and telling him about Cassius. 15th one. When Caesar realized that the commoners were happy that he refused the crown, what did he do? 16th. After regaining consciousness, what did Caesar tell the crowd that made 3 to 4 women forgive him with all his heart? 17th one. So is he now in execution of any bold or noble enterprise? However, he puts on this tardy form. Who is Cassius talking about? 18th. How was Cassius walking during the night of storm amidst fierce lightning? 19th. What reason does Cassius give for the unusual occurrences to occur? 20th one. Who sits high in all people's heart and just like richest alchemy, who will change to virtues and worthiness? So you have to say who the person is. Okay, so that is the end of all 20 questions. Now we are going to discuss each question. The first answer. So Cassius gives this response when Casca informs him that the senators are planning to crown Caesar king the next day. The second one. The following lines are said by Flavius and he is talking to the commoners. The third one. The answer is Cinna. Cinna is asked to throw the letters into Brutus's house. So the reason why Marullus says that is because the people were waiting for Caesar and rejoicing his triumph over Pompey. And they have forgotten all about Pompey, where at one time they had patiently waited for Pompey to pass and shouted and rejoiced for him. And now they're waiting for Caesar, who was coming in triumph over Pompey's blood. The fifth answer, Brutus says that when he reaches the top, he would turn his back on his supporters and reach for the skies while scorning or disrespecting those who helped him reach there. The sixth one, Casca has never gone through tempest dropping fire. Seventh one, so the reason why Casca says this has happened is because either there is a civil strife in heaven, that means a civil war in heaven, or else the world has been too insolent towards the gods. Insolent means they haven't respected the gods and have provoked them to send destruction. Eighth one, Flavius says that Caesar's growing feathers must be plucked down so that it will make him fly an ordinary pitch, or else he would soar above others and keep everyone in a state of fear and servitude. The ninth answer, Caesar asked Antony to touch Calpurnia because there is a superstitious belief that if the runners touch the barren women who cannot conceive, their curse of infertility will be lifted. The 10th one, Caesar is dismissive of this warning and he says that the soothsayer is a dreamer and let us leave him, and they pass. The 11th answer, the following lines were said by Cassius towards Brutus. The 12th answer, by stating various incidents of Caesar, Cassius wants to prove that Caesar is of weak character and he is unworthy of the honors that has been bestowed upon Caesar. Also, there is nothing special about Caesar and persuading Brutus that they are better than Caesar. The 13th answer, Caesar had been offered the crown thrice and he refused it each time. And then Caesar fainted because when the crowd jeered and clapped their hands and threw their sweaty caps in the air, it choked Caesar and he fainted and fell down. The 14th answer, Caesar says that Cassius has a lean and hungry look and he thinks too much and such men are dangerous. He also says that Cassius reads a lot, he's a great observer and he looks through the deeds of men. He does not love to attend plays nor hear music and he hardly smiles. And when he does smile, he smiles in such a contempt or in a way of hostility as if he is mocking people, and such men are never at ease. That is why Caesar believes that Cassius is dangerous and he has to be avoided. 15th one. When Caesar realized that the commoners were happy that he refused the crown, he pulled open his robe and offered them his throat to cut. 16th one. After regaining consciousness, he said that if he had done anything wrong, he wanted them to know that it was all because of his sickness. This made the women cry out and forgive him with all their heart. The 17th answer, Cassius is talking about Casca. 18th answer, Cassius was walking around the streets, submitting himself to the dangerous night and walking unbraced. And he was baring his bosom to the thunderstorm and putting himself right where he thought that the lightning would strike. Cassius says that these unusual occurrences are happening to make them instruments of fear and warning them of terrible happenings. Because he says that the heaven is giving a warning to some disastrous or dangerous event that is going to happen. 20th answer, the person mentioned is Brutus. And these words are said by Casca. And that is the end. I hope you enjoyed solving these questions. If you haven't been able to answer all, please practice. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and share it among your friends so they can also solve it. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. God bless.